how should we start the podcast?
Do you want to think of a specific way to?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead.
We
did all this
Welcome
setup.
back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh my God.
I'm going to sometimes look at the camera, but I don't know how often I'm going to do it because I'm probably just going to keep looking at you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll look at this camera.
Not all the time though.
I'm just looking at this the entire time. So Tyler, what do you think of the game, dude?
Yeah, it's pretty good, James. Just not even looking at it. It just defeats the whole purpose of this setup.
We're finally back.
Yeah, we're finally back.
So excited. It took us how long?
Actually, funny you should say that. Before I jump into that, though, I just want to say for our audio-only listeners, you should go and check this out on YouTube because we've actually got a multi-camera setup now.
Yeah.
It doesn't look I hope. I mean, we're doing this. This is our first time trying this, so fingers crossed it doesn't look trash.
It looked good in the camera.
It looks nice inside the camera, so we'll see how it all comes together.
See what happens,
But yeah, so if you hear us talking about the cameras, we're not going to talk about them too much.
No.
And obviously, what this means as well is we don't have a TV in front of us, so we're actually talking to each other.
Like a conversation between two adults.
Like Ty and Jimmy are finally talking. It
took us 15 episodes to finally talk to each other.
To finally figure it out.
Yeah.
I suppose we kind of did in the Odyssey episode last week, but...
Last week?
Yeah, last week.
Last year?
Well, when this comes out, it will have come out last week.
That's very true.
Sorry, dude. True. I'm just on the YouTube grind again already. I'm just
You got the schedule on the head already.
I do, yeah. I mean, I wrote it out last night.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Yeah,
I was there. I saw you write it out.
You were sleeving cards while I was writing it out.
Very slowly.
Very incorrectly.
At the start. I got into a groove
I'd be like, look up from the schedule and be like, you're doing it wrong, dude. And you're like, shit.
Fuck. I had I think I woke up at 4:30 that morning when we were doing it.
Jesus
so I was
Christ.
just very tired by the end of it. I was just
so
not like that voice, but
I'm just moving on from that because that scared me. Obviously, it's been a minute since we did this podcast. I have a couple of facts for you.
Okay.
So
damn, I didn't know I was going to be quizzed.
We publish our last podcast, episode 13.
Yeah.
Excluding the one we obviously published last week. August 28th, 2022. So nearly a whole year ago.
That's what, 10 months?
Oh, close to
10 months. Or close to 11. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the day that this episode comes out, if we had have returned with our podcast on September 25th and gone straight through like we'd planned, today would have been episode 56.
That's crazy.
Of the podcast.
Amen.
Just to put that in perspective. In the time since we last released a podcast, here are some things that have happened.
All right.
Elon Musk bought Twitter. That happened while we were away.
Yeah.
Joe Troman left Fall Out Boy for an indefinite period of time and has since returned. No, he's the guitarist.
The guitarist.
He left for an indefinite period of time.
Yeah, okay.
And he has since returned.
Cool.
And they released a new album.
Yes.
They released another Indiana Jones movie.
I've heard it's not very good.
I've heard it's not very good either.
I'm not gonna watch that.
They made another Avatar movie.
I've also heard it's not very good.
James Cameron finally got the idea for the Titanic sequel. I mean, come on, it's gonna happen.
I mean, we had to make a joke about it at some point.
I wouldn't sink that low though, but whatever.
Not funny, dude. People died.
Billionaires, dude. It doesn't count.
It's fine.
And for the condolences.
Yeah.
And for the Ninja Turtle fans in the audience, all three of you.
All right, we can move on.
They announced and hopefully by this point have released a complete box set of the 2003 series. A fact that on the Wikipedia page, it literally says, after 20 years of waiting, fans finally got a box set. Like, it literally
Did a fan
calls
write
out.
That?
Probably.
Did you write that?
I wrote it, yeah. I'm the mod for the 2003 wiki page.
Yeah, that tracks. You're a Discord mod for whatever
for the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
r/TMNT.
Do you know what also came out?
What?
Since we've been gone? Legend of Zelda.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Condom.
Tears of the Condom. I'm really mad that you called it that because that's all I can think about.
I had to give credit to my little brother. He's the one that said that. So it's not my original joke. But
is his partner pregnant currently?
Don't say it on the podcast.
Cut that. Cut it.
But yeah, so
Tears of the Kingdom came out.
Fucking finally.
How many hours have you put into this game already?
160. I brought my Switch just to check.
Yeah.
But I think it's 160.
I checked last night. I've put 80 in.
So I've done double the amount.
Doubled me. I want to go through what we've done, but also I just want to say up front, I don't want to speak too much about story, but I'm going to put a blanket spoiler warning out there anyway. Okay. The game's been out for like 2 months by this point.
It's getting close, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I just want to put a blanket May, June. Yeah, like probably 2 months, yeah. Blanket spoiler warning. We're not going to discuss like story beats. Maybe we will actually. I don't know. But it's hard to gauge where each of us are up to. Master Sword we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And the tears, the actual dragon tears, I want to talk about. So those
like
are very
scenes.
spoilery.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind if you're listening and haven't done those yet.
I haven't finished the game. I've still got one dungeon to go and I haven't gotten to the end. So I don't think there'll be too many spoilers.
No,
story-wise.
I've done 3 of the temples.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in Gerudo. I'm in the Sand City right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's where I'm about to. I've just had like my second cutscene where what's her name?
Why do I want to say Riju?
Yeah, it is Riju.
Is it Riju? Yeah,
it is Riju.
Fuck yeah.
I've just had the second cutscene where she's heard the voice.
Yeah, okay.
So like we're getting there.
You're getting close.
Before we're just jumping straight in. But before we do, I also have a quick game for you. I told you about this last night.
You did. I'm not prepared.
I didn't tell you what the game was. So what I've done is I've compiled a list of 5 games in the Mario series and 5 games in the Zelda series.
Mainline?
Mainline games, all of them. So a game from the NES, the SNES, the 64, the Wii, and the Switch for each game series. Gotcha. Pretty much all of them came out the same year, if not like just a year apart, but they're all very closely related.
Like Ocarina of Time is like...
Is that a rubbish truck?
Yeah. They're picking up all your trash, dude. That's good, because you had that body.
It picked up my trash at 5 o'clock this morning. Trust me, I know. I heard.
Why were you up at 5 o'clock?
I woke up because the damn rubbish truck was outside. Yeah. I woke up because the rubbish truck was outside.
What's the deal
Not just
with rubbish
one rubbish truck, but 2 rubbish trucks.
What's the deal?
But yes.
Sorry, I was about to talk about the Saturday Night Live sketch with Jim Carrey being Seinfeld.
What's the deal? The head motions for me. It's the head motions for me.
It's the facial expressions too.
Oh, it's the... for the audio listeners, you need to go and look at Jim Carrey as Jerry Seinfeld. It's phenomenal. What's the deal with the hood? Anyway, but so
I forgot about that.
What's the deal with the burnt out car?
Oh my god, that's such a good video.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Game.
But yeah, so I'm going to name 2 releases, and I'll tell you the year that they came out, obviously. And I want you to tell me which one got the better critical reception.
Oh, I thought you were going to do like better sales-wise.
No. Better critical reception. So for all of these, for 3 of them, it's the Metacritic score. And for the SNES games, it's from a magazine called Game Rankings, because Metacritic didn't exist.
Yeah.
And for the NES, it's a magazine called Ace.
Yeah.
And so these are like the most what's the word, like acceptable review scores like for these
reputable
games. Reputable is the right word. So let's kick it off from the beginning. So Super Mario Bros on the NES, 1987. Legend of Zelda on the NES, 1987. Which one do you think got the higher review?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I want to say Mario Brothers.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
So the Ace scale is out of 1,000.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda got 905 out of 1,000.
That's
Super
pretty high.
Mario Brothers got 955. So I got 50 points higher.
Okay, cool. So I got the first one correct.
A 9 out of 10 versus a 9.5 out of 10. So yes, you're 1 for 1 so far. Second game, Super Mario World on the SNES, 1992 versus A Link to the Past on the SNES, 1992.
Link to the Past.
Super Mario World.
Really?
Yep. So Game Rankings gave Link to the Past a 93%.
Yeah.
And it gave Super Mario World a 94%.
I was very close then.
It was 1% difference.
I don't get it. Mario World's like basically Mario Brothers 3.
Mario
it just
World
looks
is
better.
so good though.
It's really good.
But so is A Link to the Past. It's incredible.
But Link to the Past is like so revolutionary for Zelda.
Yeah.
As opposed to like...
Look, it was only 1% difference, to be fair. It's not like it's
that's pretty
3.
close.
Like,
Okay. So I'm 1 for 2.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
1 for 2.
64 time?
Mario 64,
okay.
1997 versus Ocarina of Time, 1998, both on the N64.
I think it's Ocarina of Time.
By how much? Out of 100? What do you think? What do you think the scores are out of 100?
Ocarina of Time is 99.
Yeah. And what do you think the Mario 64 is?
94.
That's 100% correct.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mario
Awesome.
64 got a 94 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time got a 99 out of 100 on Metacritic.
I really didn't know that. I didn't look this up.
You actually... Fuck you, dude. I prepared this and everything.
So sorry.
I prepared this game.
Are you expecting me to fail?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you're 2 for 3, so like...
But I didn't really fail the second one by much.
This next one is interesting, but I think you'll get it regardless.
Yeah.
Wii. Mario Galaxy 07, Twilight Princess 06.
Mario Galaxy.
By how much?
Mario Galaxy 98.
And what do you think Twilight Princess is?
90.
Mario Galaxy is 97.
Yep.
And Twilight Princess is 95.
Oh, okay.
They're very close.
That's very close.
Which, personally, I haven't played much of Twilight Princess. Did that camera just turn off?
We just had some
okay, we're back.
some technical difficulties.
Yes. Again, this is our first time using this setup, so we're just figuring it out as we go.
We got
But
this.
yes, so all I was going to say about Twilight Princess as we wrap up that part of the discussion, I didn't play much of Twilight Princess, but the fact that it only got a couple points lower than Galaxy, which is considered to be one of the best games ever made, full stop. That's wacky to me.
I kind of want to play it. I've heard it's really good.
I've heard it's good fun, and like obviously there's the HD remaster on this on the Wii U, which I never played.
On the Switch.
No, not on the. I reckon it will be though.
I kind of want it to be. I mean, Wind Waker isn't on there either. It's just Skyward Sword.
At the rate they're porting Wii U games to the Switch, I think we'll have them soon enough.
And like old GameCube games and
absolutely. Oh, Pikmin 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll talk about that direct in a sec.
Yeah.
But like,
but yes. Anyway, so you've guessed correctly on 3 out of 4.
Do you have Wind Waker and Sunshine?
No.
Okay.
I didn't think of that.
You silly goose.
For some reason, I forgot about.
You just forgot about the GameCube.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Let's. Actually, no. That's a good point. I'm just going to really quickly look up the scores for those because I like that.
Good call.
Okay. Just while I do that, what do you think the results will be for each of them?
I think they'll be lower than Ocarina of Time and 64. I don't think they did as well.
Yeah.
So I think Sunshine will be...
Which one do you think will be higher out of Wind Waker and Sunshine?
Wind Waker.
You reckon I think Wind Waker will be higher?
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Wind Waker was released in 2003 in Australia.
Yeah.
And Sunshine was released in 2002, at the end of 2002 in Australia.
Gotcha.
So I've got the Metacritic scores for both of them here.
Yeah.
So which one do you think is... What do you think the scores will be out of 100?
Sunshine will be 92.
Yeah.
Wind Waker will be 94. I think Wind Waker probably was rated better.
So Sunshine is 92 out of 100.
Oh, what a guess.
WindWaker is 96 out of 100.
Damn, okay.
So only just higher.
But I was right that it did better.
You were right though. So that's what's that, like 4 for 5.
Yep.
Our final one.
This is Breath of the Wild and Odyssey.
And this one's really, it's Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. Both came out in 2017. Breath of the Wild obviously has a launch title, Odyssey 6 months later.
Yep.
What out of 100, what do you think their scores are?
I think Breath of the Wild is 99 again.
Yeah.
Odyssey is 97.
Okay.
What is it?
They're both 97.
Really?
They're both equal.
Really?
Yeah. They're both 97 out of 100.
Oh, so I was doomed to fail with that one.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to put it last.
You should have been like, or a tie. Do you think it was a tie?
You could have suggested that as well, but I don't know.
You're the quiz master, buddy.
Yeah, I know. So I'm here to win. But yeah, so I don't know. I just was like interested.
That's interesting.
I was watching a video talking about that. What was I watching? It's a very good question.
I don't know,
anyway,
dude.
I was watching a video and they were talking about... it was a Game Grumps playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom.
Really? Yeah.
And Aaron... Well, I think Dan asked, he was like, which franchise do you think has the more consistent hits? And they were talking about it, and it's like, that's a really interesting thought. And so I looked at Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, and then I went, oh, interesting. Then I looked at the originals, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask James this, because we're recording Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow.
I think Aaron was like, Zelda's a bit more consistent with its scores.
I mean, Zelda only has mainline games. As he said, there's only like 2 spin-off games.
Yeah.
It's like Link's crossbow training and like a Tingle game.
Yeah.
Whereas Mario is like just only spin-offs now. Like,
it basically is, hey. Like, except for Mario Wonder coming out end of this year, which I'm so excited for.
I'm so excited for Mario Wonder.
That and Mario RPG remake.
Yes, dude.
So excited. I saw that in the direct because it showed off like the gameplay from the original game first. I was like, oh, fuck
Have you played RPG before? No. Neither have I. No. Yeah.
So I thought they were finally porting it to the SNES on the online thingy.
A remake, though. Yeah. That's
a
so
whole
cool.
Damn remake, which looks...
Yeah. We are being treated
this November. This whole year has been really good. Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Pikmin 1, 2, and 4. Is the third one on the Switch?
Third one's already on the Switch. 3 Deluxe is already on the Switch. So the whole line's there.
Yeah. The Mario games.
Yeah. The Game Boy Advance Metroid games are on the Switch now.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. Oh, yeah. A lot of the Game Boy Advance Zelda games are on the way or there. Like,
someone would say Scarlet and Violet DLC.
I suppose, yeah. Some would say.
Some would say.
We'll talk about that in another episode.
That'll be in the Scarlet and Violet episode, which is coming out.
Spoilers.
Sorry. We're doing that one soon. It'll be in a few episodes' time. I can't remember when.
Is it like the next one or is it I can't remember.
No, it's
You'll see.
Because we have a plan for like what we want to record next. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes.
Sure.
Away.
Yeah.
Anyway. Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. So again, just putting down that spoiler warning before we get into it.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
I don't even know where to fucking start.
Because you have notes.
I have like notes, like just in case I forget something, because there's just so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I literally don't know where to start.
Do you think that the existence of Tears of the Kingdom makes Breath of the Wild obsolete? Do you think that Breath of the Wild is just pointless now because Tears of the Kingdom exists? Or do you think that they both still hold value?
I think Breath of the Wild is going to be harder to go back to.
Yeah.
But I think it still has its place. Because you still have all the different mechanics. All the shrines are like way different.
That is true.
And harder. The shrines in
Tears of the Kingdom are
much
harder in Breath of the Wild.
And then you have like different story points. So there is... And it's a different game. Almost. I heard someone say it because I was talking to someone at work. And they're like... They like Breath of the Wild more. They're like, Breath of the Wild is a better game, but Tears of the Kingdom has a better experience.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is an interesting...
I like that, yeah.
I don't agree, but...
Not to just keep parroting out what Game Grumps have said about it, but Aaron in that same episode did make a point where he said Breath of the Wild is a tech demo.
Yeah.
And Tears of the Kingdom is a game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, honestly, like...
Which is crazy to think about, because when we played Breath of the Wild, we're like, this is one of the best games ever made.
But like then, Tears of the Kingdom uses every asset from Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild was, hey, let's make all the assets. Let's just see what happens.
Let's see how it goes.
Tears of the Kingdom is, let's put all that together and actually make a game.
It's that game on steroids. But like Breath of the Wild is a game. It's a really solid, like fleshed out game.
The story is not, though.
Well, no.
The story's fine.
Zelda has never been.
This game has an incredible story.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a pretty good story. We'll get to that.
One thing I did actually was I sped run through the story before anything else because I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to know what happened.
I've been taking my time.
I've been taking my time on the exploration because like that's all I'm going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I went through and I got every tower and every tier.
Yep.
Before, and I'd only done like 20 shrines. Like I'd hardly done anything. But like because I got like the first couple of tiers and I was like, I need to know what happens. And so I just went to I made it my mission. I went to every corner, every tower, did all of it.
Do you like that the geoglyphs are like way easier to find than the memories in Breath of the Wild?
Easier.
I mean, there's big fucking geoglyphs on the land.
You fly up into the sky and you're like, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one.
Do you like that?
I do, yeah. But also because when you get to it, you still have to find where the tier is.
And there's like a Korok seed in each one.
Yeah, and after a couple, you sort of figure out, you're like, oh, it's probably over here.
Yeah.
And like, you're pretty much always right.
Yeah.
But there was one over on the eastern side of the map where it's spiral, where the island like spirals.
Yeah.
And it like goes down and spirals with it. And I was like, oh, it's going to be right at the end of the spiral. So I ran all the way down and around, all
that
the way to the
Inakala?
end of the spiral. I think so, yeah.
That's like the last.
No, not the
one?
last one. It's like further down towards Eventide.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
And I ran all the way to the end of the spiral, and it wasn't there. The Korok was.
Yeah.
But like I went back, it was literally like where I ran, it was literally next to me.
Yeah.
If I just turned to the left, I would have
just looked
found it.
around.
Oh, it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I sped run through the glyphs because I wanted the story, because the
Yeah.
story is just incredible. And it's
Yeah.
really moving and really lovely.
It gets more moving in like the last, like the later kind of cutscenes.
Yeah,
I think.
especially the very last tier that you
Yeah.
get. I'm like,
I don't want to say
won't
that.
say
That one,
that,
that one
no.
kind of spoils it.
Yeah, we won't say that.
Although it's like pretty obvious.
It's pretty
throughout
obvious.
The game, what?
Well, especially because depending on the order you do the tiers, like, so I think the second tier that I did, so the
Yeah.
first one is obviously you see Zelda getting sent back in time. She wakes
Like the
up
opening cutscene.
Yeah. It carries on from that. The second one that I did was her getting the Master Sword.
Yeah.
And like all the flashbacks of spoilers. So skip ahead like 30 seconds if
Yeah.
you don't want to hear this. All the flashbacks of Sonia dying, of Raru's sister being like, to swallow a stone is to become
Yeah.
an immortal dragon. Like, and like all
Yeah.
like, and of Ganon getting the stone, of
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, holy fuck,
shit.
okay. And then
Yeah.
I looked, and that was like, the first one was like memory number like 3.
Yeah.
And this one was like memory number 18 or something. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
There's no order unless you know the order.
Do you think there should have been?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm not opposed to there being like, you know, you do like 1 and then like 8 and then 2. And like, I'm
Yeah.
not opposed to it being slightly out of order, because that's what intrigued me.
Yeah.
That was me being like, fuck, I did the first one, then the next one was like all the way at the end. Then the one I did after that was like when Ganondorf gets the stone, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I really
shit.
want to see what happens
Yeah.
here. Also, I don't want to fight that man. He's terrifying.
He's fucking scary. That cutscene when he gets the stone and turns into the Demon King.
Dude, that was
Fucking scary.
messed up.
And then you
Messed
find
up.
out like he's the reason the Blood Moon exists.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I mean, you could tell, but like,
Yeah, I mean, of course it's linked to him in some way.
it's
but
cool to see him just.
Yeah.
What's the cutscene? He just sort of like releases shit into the moon and it goes red
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
So cool.
It was very badass.
And yeah, Matthew Mercer giving it his all,
Yeah.
like, as the voice. Like,
That was
oh
so
my
cool to
God.
hear that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much stuff with him, but like,
He's got
it's still
such
cool.
a cool voice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It was very good. One of my favorite cutscenes was the scene where Ganondorf releases all that Molduga and they're all like coming down the valley,
yeah.
and you're like, oh,
And
that's
Raru
you're
just
like
decimates them.
yeah. He's like, shit, I'll have to
he's
do.
like,
He's like Thanos.
damn
I'm like,
it.
I'm gonna have to do this myself.
Yeah. I was going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say.
That's fine. I was gonna say one other cutscene I love is when Ganondorf's talking to the king. And he's like, I pledge my allegiance and shit. And I'm like,
Yes.
that was a massive Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Throwback.
yeah.
All the Ocarina reference, I was like,
There are
This is
quite a
sick.
few Ocarina of Time references in this game. Notably,
Yeah.
one of the bosses that you fight in one of the temples.
Yeah,
which
the-
I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
In the Fire Temple, yeah.
and the no, that's the only one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the boss is of the Sand Temple or whatever, or
Yeah.
the Earth Temple, whatever it's called. I actually don't even know what it's called.
The Lightning Temple.
The Lightning, that makes sense. I
Yes, it
suppose.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
And like all the sages, like kind of the sage.
Yeah, I like
aspect
the
of
sage
it, like,
vibes. I was
yeah,
like, yeah,
so-
this reminds me very heavily of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, and like Link to the Past as well.
Yes,
that kind of
God,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's interesting because Nintendo still seems to be intent on saying both of these games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, take place at the end of the current timeline.
Yeah,
And I don't know, like, I just would have preferred if they were like, no, it's kind of like a reboot.
just like a DC reboot.
yeah,
kind
like,
of thing.
I
Yeah.
don't, like, the timeline for Zelda just fucking sucks. It's so weird.
It's just kind of it's just
splits
a
in-
mess.
Splits into 3 segments after Ocarina
Yeah.
of Time. And like, how can these games exist while Skyward Sword exists in the same timeline? How can they
Yeah.
exist? What, like, I don't know. It's just,
The only thing I can think of is like all the scenes that happen in the past still happen after Skyward Sword because Skyward Sword's before Hyrule exists.
that is true. Yeah.
And then you have Demise and Skyward Sword, and then
Yeah.
when you see Ganondorf turn into the Demon King, he kind of
Yeah.
looks like Demise.
that is true. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know Skyward Sword inside and out.
Yeah,
So like,
me neither.
it could just be like, it could work.
I don't know. They kind of treat it like it's its own thing, but heaps of references to older games, like
Yeah, yeah.
with all the outfits and like locations and.
Well, I
just-
remember watching the game theory about Breath of the Wild, about
Yeah.
where does it fit into the timeline.
Yeah.
And one of the strongest points that Matt Pat had about that was that you can find the tunic of the armor of the wild,
Yeah.
which is like the original
The OG.
Legend of
Yeah.
Zelda out. So he's like, it has to be in this timeline because here it is. Like, here's the armor. And I was
Yeah.
like, I guess. But actually, on the Nintendo website and on Wikipedia,
Yeah.
it has the 3 branching timelines, and then
Breath
it
of the
all
Wild at the bottom.
converges
Yeah.
into the middle into Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
So it's the best of all 3, I suppose.
Yeah,
So Link
I don't-
dies, doesn't die, and is an adult.
Yeah.
All at once.
It doesn't make sense. I don't
doesn't
even
make
want to
sense at
like
all.
try and figure it out. I'm just like, it's its
Matt
own
Pat,
thing.
get on that, please.
Yeah.
We need a Zelda timeline video.
Tears of the Kingdom added, please.
Can we stop doing FNAF videos for one? Actually, no. No, I really like the FNAF videos.
Yeah.
But I want a Zelda timeline video, please.
Yeah, a new one with
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom. That would be great.
God.
But yeah, the story.
Is that rubbish truck back?
I think so.
I
Why
swear-
do they keep coming by your street?
This is the 4th time today I've heard a rubbish
How many dead
truck.
bodies did you have to?
2 stars.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't aware you didn't want anyone to.
Why?
Yeah.
But for real though, this is the 4th time I've heard it come by today.
Hey man.
It's so loud.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
We'll just wait it out. Yeah, I think it's. No, it's still here. We might as well keep going.
But yeah, so that's kind of like the cutscenes, the tears, the stones.
Yeah.
Where do you want to head from there?
Fuck. I kind of want to go back to the fact that like Breath of the Wild was kind of like a tech demo for this because
Yeah.
like this game adds so much more
Yeah,
to Breath of the Wild.
yeah, absolutely.
And you can't go back.
No,
Like I've been watching my partner play Breath of the Wild and she's just like exploring the land and like it's just not as interesting.
no, and this was actually a concern that and I'm sure like a lot of people had when they were like, yeah, no, it's the same map.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay,
Okay,
that
sure.
seems weird. I've already explored that map for like 160 hours.
Yeah.
like great, thanks.
Sure.
This one it's a different world.
It feels really new.
It's
it feels
the
like
same map, though.
Yeah.
And because I'm like flying around and I'm like, oh, there's that landmark over
Yeah.
there. I remember that. The horse statue.
Yeah.
And there's the horse god down there. And there's like, and you know, you
all-
go to these places and they're different though.
It just feels different. Like
Yeah.
all the areas, like even just roaming around all the areas in the game, like around Hyrule Field and all that, it just doesn't feel the same.
No, not at all.
The one like kind of thing I was talking to my brothers about, they're like, with Tears of the Kingdom, it doesn't feel as nice to explore the land because you've seen it before.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
doesn't like, you don't have the awe moments of, you know, seeing all the land and how beautiful it looks like you did in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think the wow moments don't come from that in this game. It comes from the fact that there's so much to do and so
Yeah,
much to
yeah.
explore this time around because you have all the caves, you've got the Sky Islands to
You've got the
explore.
depths.
You got, they didn't even fucking talk about the depths.
No.
It
not
wasn't
at
even
all.
announced remotely.
So when I booted it up and like, you know, once you get off the tutorial island,
Yeah.
once you go to the first like tower,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, if you just head south from here, there's like a chasm in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, wacky, okay. So I went down and I was like, this looks
What the
sus, but
heck?
whatever. So I jumped
Yeah.
in because that's what they told me to do.
Yeah.
And you hear the and I'm like,
Every time.
oh fuck,
shit.
like my stomach dropped, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yeah. Where am I?
And then, God,
like-
I will never forget the first time I saw Gloom Hands.
Oh my! I was just about to say the Gloom Hands.
I will never forget, dude.
Fucking terrifying.
I had just finished playing Resident Evil 2,
Yeah.
and the Gloom Hands were scarier than
Yeah.
anything in that game.
Do you think they're scarier than the Guardians?
Yeah.
In Breath of the Wild.
I missed the Guardians. The Guardians were
They're
lovely.
my best friends.
The
I miss them.
Guardians you could run away from. You could hide behind a tree and I'd be like,
Yeah.
where the fuck did you go?
Yeah.
The Gloom Hands are relentless.
They're so quick.
And they're so quick.
Yeah. Like I found my first one in a cave and I had to like climb up a cliff so they couldn't get me and I was like just shooting them with arrows.
Yeah.
Which didn't really work.
I was just in Hyrule Field and like there was a big rock, like not massive, but I like climbed up
Yeah.
it. And as I got to the top, I looked down. I'm like, oh, a puddle of gloom. And then 5 hands came
Yeah, like,
and
oh
turned
my
and
God.
looked at me, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh Christ. And so it started coming after me. So I jumped, I tried to
Yeah.
run, it got me. And then I jumped and I fell into a lake but
You fucking
nearby.
idiot.
But because I'd used all my stamina running away, I drowned in the lake. But the gloom hands, it was
scary.
horrifying.
And like the whole sky goes red and there's all this gloom around you and plays like that really
I've got,
creepy
shivers. I
music.
fucking hate it, dude.
And then have you taken down the Gloom Hands yet?
I have, yeah.
So then once you take down the Gloom Hands, Phantom Ganon pops up.
Wait. Every time?
Yeah, every time you take out like the whole bunch of Glimmer Hands, a Phantom Ganon should come up.
No. So I've only taken them out in the Great Deku Tree.
Did Phantom Ganon not show up?
No, he did.
Okay,
I thought that was just a Great Deku Tree thing, though.
Every time.
So if I'm just in Hyrule Field and I kill the Gloom Hands, Phantom Ganon appears?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a Great Deku Tree boss.
No.
Are you fucking shitting? Oh
I'm not shitting on you, dude.
What?
I'm not shitting on you.
I'm never killing those things ever again.
You get good at.
You do though.
You get like a cool Demon King bow. You get the Gloom Sword. I don't use it.
I used it.
But it takes away your health.
But I've just fucking stand in the sun and it comes back.
True. I think I've only used it in the depths, which was like no bueno.
Yeah, but the Gloom Sword is strong though.
Yeah. Your light died.
Gloom Hands suck.
Yeah.
I do miss the Guardians.
Yeah.
I actually think all the enemies in this game feel more terrifying than they do.
Yeah, they're a bit stronger, hey?
Yeah, they are. Like, even just like your little moblins and bokoblins and like, I don't like those. I don't like them.
The AI seems to be a bit better. They just seem to
definitely.
like, I don't know.
They're
harder to take down.
Fuck me harder. You know what I mean? Like,
they just like really rail you from behind.
Really, with like the penis shaped weapon that I've crafted.
They use their penis shaped horn to like just rail you in.
Dude, stop.
And you got like the black bokoblin. No, not like that. And they have like the trident shaped horn. It's going right in there.
I don't like the way you said black bokoblin. I don't like
not
that,
like
dude.
That's not what I meant. You know, that's not what I meant.
Hyrule American bokoblin.
But yeah, no, they're so much more terrifying, and like you have so many new enemies as well. You have the Horoblins in the caves.
The Horoblins are cool.
Have you taken down the Gleeok yet?
Yeah, no, I haven't taken it. I've run from them. I've run from all the Gleeoks.
I saw one, the fire one in I think it's in the Hebra area.
On the bridge?
Nah.
God, are there more? Oh, fuck me. How many are there?
I've only seen 2 flame Gleeoks.
Yeah, I've seen all 3. Thunder, ice, and flame. Yeah. The ice one, obviously, up where you get the golden horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stressful.
Yeah, there's another one in that area.
Yeah, and then there's a thunder one down in the desert where I saw it. And then, I saw a fire one, like, on a bridge. Like the Bridge of Hylia. I can't remember where it was, but it was, like, over to the west of, like, central Hyrule.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, on a bridge, chilling.
Just chilling.
And I, like, zoomed in on it with my camera, and I was like
oh no.
Oh, I'm good. And again, this is early game. I only have like 4 hearts.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's no way.
I remember like seeing them in the trailer, and I thought, oh, it's gonna be like a boss fight. But damn, they're just in there. They're just in the wild. They're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just hanging out,
shit.
being chilling. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Once you fight a King Gleeok.
King Gleeok.
Should I say anything more?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, I'll leave it.
I want to sleep
That's a pretty tough fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me, dude.
What other new enemies are there? We have all the depths, like you have the obsidian frogs.
Yeah, all the death stuff. Depths stuff.
The depths, yeah.
Up in the sky, you've got.
We have all the Zonai.
The Zonai constructs, first of all. You've also got not Aracudas, that's the fish. The
The Aracuda. No, that's the...
Aracuda?
Yeah, the flying bat thingies.
I thought an Aracuda was a fish.
No.
Is it Aracuda as the fish and Aerocuda as the flying thing?
Might be, yeah.
They're similar.
That's very confusing.
But but they're kind of cool, and like you're flying around and they drop down and then spiral like up towards you. Like that's pretty scary.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I really like that you can ride the dragons in this game.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I didn't know you could do that because I found the Nadra. Yeah, and I just stood on. I'm like, oh wait, I can actually stand on you.
Yeah.
Hit
the glowing like spikes, get some scales, get some shards, get some
The scales were like really good early game.
Absolutely.
Not as much late game because I only have like 20 strength, but no, not even that, like 16.
Dude, so I'm down in Gerudo Way, and I've just taken out probably 50 of like the mummies. I don't know what they're called.
Gibdos.
Gibdos, yeah. The ribs that they drop are like 50 or something.
Yeah.
Strength. I'm sure they say they break really easily.
Yeah, it's like a couple hits and they're gone.
But still though, that's pretty good.
If you wanted to like deal some like a lot of damage real quick. Yeah.
Which is good like during boss fights, I suppose, when you've only got a small window, or like when you're fighting like likes or something.
Yeah. Likes are back.
Yeah.
Which is
and
awesome.
creepy as hell.
Yeah, they're just sort of like hanging from the ceiling, and they can still like swallow you up like they did in Ocarina.
Yeah, the little
fucking
balls
scary.
that hang out of their
Yeah,
mouth
and you
that
keep
have to
whacking. You have to keep
whack
whacking
the
their balls
around. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Don't like that.
No, it's great.
I like the noise though when you hit them.
It goes
and they're like slow motions
Yeah.
a little bit. It's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's like fire likes and ice likes
Yeah.
and electric ice. Yeah.
Weapons in this game.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about like your main abilities, because
Yeah.
weapons sort of relate to your main ability.
So obviously with weapons you've got fuse.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
I love it. I think it's the best ability out of
Yeah.
both of the games.
Really best one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably rank it second.
To what?
Ultra Hand.
I just don't like it as much.
I think Ultra Hand is just like so powerful and like just literally and like obviously from there's Ultra Build as well. But,
Yeah.
Ultra Hand is just so powerful. I definitely agree though that Fuse is like it's pretty close behind for me.
Yeah. Okay. The only reason I don't like Ultra Hand as much, I mean, like you only sort of attach it for, I guess you can attach weapons, but it's more so just for like the vehicles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And obviously a lot of like puzzle solving, which I like. I think I just don't, because I don't really use the Zonai devices that much.
Yeah. Oh, see, I use them all the time.
Like more so the vehicles, I guess.
Yeah, I don't use them for vehicles though.
No.
Unless I'm in the sky, in which case I always use them for vehicles.
Yeah.
Just to get around. But yeah, I don't know. I think Ultra Hand is very, very versatile, and you can use it for weapons, which is cool.
Yeah.
But obviously Fuse gives you like
is the way to
fuse
go.
power and like
Yeah. Ultra Hand is good. I like it's obviously, like I said before, the puzzle solving stuff.
Yeah.
And like, especially with auto build, there's a lot of useful things. Like I have a rocket platform, which has helped me a lot in the depths, because you can just stand on that and it'll just shoot you up for a bit.
Sweet.
Some cannons. So a lot of useful stuff. I do enjoy it, and it has like a lot of creativity on how you want to. I mean, it's like basically limitless creativity on how you want to do
Some
basically
of the
anything.
stuff people make with it.
All the
is
TikToks,
just-
like when the game first came out, is
people making like Gundam suits and like fighter jets and like, oh my god, dude.
it's insane.
It's absolutely
You do get some
insane.
pretty cool stuff. Because have you taken down like something like the Yiga hideout?
Yeah, I
You've got
took
some
down the
Yiga
first
schematics.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get some cool things.
I took down the first hideout and I haven't followed your boy to the second mine yet.
Yeah. Your boy.
Yeah, that
main
was
man.
cool and unexpected. When you're down there helping out the survey team and they're like, he's figured it out, then they transform into Yiga and I'm like, whoa,
Oh, shit.
okay.
They're just down here.
And then,
It's been chilling.
Koga just rocks up and I'm
Yeah.
like, god damn. I thought he was going to be like more menacing though.
He's not.
I know.
He's
it's a
really is.
shame.
It's kind of, it's part of the joke though, which
Yeah.
I get. The
like the
last
name.
time you find him is pretty
I
funny.
also like the idea that. Have you done all of that mission?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea that like when he fell down that massive hole in the last game, he fell into the.
He fell
depths.
into the depths.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't even put that together. I think
Yeah.
he just fell to his untimely demise.
He fell into the depths.
Shit.
Again, it makes
That's awesome.
Makes me
Kind
think,
of.
and like some of it, I suppose, like I'm sure there are things that are kind of like retconned in this game from Breath of the Wild, but like it feels pretty consistent thematically, and the world feels very consistent.
It's a very good sequel.
And I
guess.
really like that, you encounter Yunobo, who was a child in the last
Yeah.
game, and Riju, who was obviously much younger, and
Yeah.
Pure is like, they've made her real fuckable now. Like,
They really have.
It's really,
It's kind of-
not that I like think that personally, it's just an
I
objective
mean,
fact.
why did you say it?
Well, because
Why did you use fuckable?
have you been on Reddit since the game came out? Dude, it's fucking all I
I don't have to
see.
go onto Reddit to find out. It's just on my Instagram reels, dude.
Oh, fuck, really though?
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's all I see
one, dude.
is people talking about how much they want to fuck Pura.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Because she was like 100 in the last game, so she's like 120
So it's
now.
fine.
Like,
It's
no, like it's fine, I guess.
yeah.
But like, goddamn, it's wacky though.
Yeah.
How thirsty people are for these characters.
I get it.
And
Actually, no, I don't.
I get it for Prince Sidon.
Yeah. He's a handsome dude.
My boy.
That's the only area I haven't done yet.
Oh,
is-
really?
Is the Zora?
I just did
quest.
the Zora. I just did the water temple.
Don't spoil it.
Okay.
Cool.
There's water, dude.
Shut up.
And you have to open up 5 different menus to put on iron boots, and then
Don't. I'm getting flashbacks. I just wanted to say real quick about Fuse, why it's my favorite ability.
Yeah, we're just jumping all over the place.
There's just so much to talk about. This
So
isn't really,
much.
it's not structured, but
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't know. The fuse is just like, it's just so, like, you can craft weapons basically however you want. And it just adds so much to the exploration of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to fight like every monster. You want to go and try and find every material you can because you can fuse it or fuse it to your sword or fuse it to your shield. Or
you take down one of the boss bokoblins and you get like a massive strength increase. You take down a construct.
Yeah.
Like one of the big constructs, and you get
fuse like a Zonai sword with their flux cores. It ends up being like way stronger.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's just so good for that game.
Yeah,
and just
absolutely.
Because you still don't really have crafting in this game, but it's kind of the closest thing. It adds to like weapon durability, which was kind of an issue in Breath of the Wild.
Absolutely,
I don't think it fixes it.
No, and it definitely means you have weaker weapons like 90% of the time. Until you like, it is a bit hard to like, okay, like I need the strong weapon to beat the strong enemy to get the strong part to make a strong weapon.
But it's satisfying, like if you beat an enemy with something weak, and then you get something strong, you're like, fuck yeah.
I have not tried my luck. I haven't encountered any Lionels yet.
Yeah,
I know they're here.
They're definitely there.
I haven't seen one yet though.
I was going to say something about the depths, but I don't want to.
I saw a clip of a Lionel in the depths.
Yeah.
And that scares the shit out of me to think about.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about... Yeah.
I've gotten very good at defeating Lionels, and I want to say why, but I'm not going to.
Oh, see, I got very good at defeating them in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Like, I was like...
I mean, they're the same in this.
I was not scared of them in Breath of the Wild, because, like, especially as you go to Hyrule Castle in that game, it's like, oh, a Lionel. Oh, another Lionel.
Ooh.
Oh, a Lionel. Like,
that's a
I got
one.
really good at defeating them.
Yeah.
And the flurry rush timing, I've got that down for this game already anyway.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah,
but which made like Phantom Ganon really easy.
Yeah,
and that, you know, has made a lot of the bosses quite usefully easy.
Yeah. Do you find like finding, because obviously all the weapons are weaker now because you have to fuse it with something to make it strong. Do you like that more than in Breath of the Wild?
I don't know. I liked finding... It felt better finding strong weapons in Breath of the Wild. Like you open a chest and you're like, whoa, a sword that's worth 40.
Yeah.
As opposed to this game where you're like, oh, cool, a stick that's worth 10.
Yeah.
But then you take down an enemy and you're like, whoa, this enemy's guts are worth 30.
Yeah.
Like, and so you know you can fuse it. Like, I like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Of like, you have a weak weapon, and like you said, it feels more satisfying to then take down a strong enemy to get the strong part to make the stronger weapon.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool.
But like, you can make any weapon you want.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I like. It's just so like, you make the choice on what your
like
weapons are going to be.
I had like a sword, like a really good sword, and I fused like a fire Lialfos?
Like a Lizalfos horn?
Lizalfos? Yeah, I don't know how to say that word. I call them lizzles.
My little lizzle boys.
A little lizzle, yeah. A fire lizzle horn.
Yeah.
And like that made it like a 47 or something.
Yeah,
It was
the horns are really strong.
And with a fire effect too,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
Yeah. I want to talk about the shrines and the dungeons.
Yeah, okay, so we realize we've been talking for quite a long time already, so we're gonna like start to wrap it up, even though like we could literally talk for like another hour about this.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
I think the consensus by far is that this game is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just outstanding.
It's become my favorite game on the Switch.
Yeah, easily.
Like, to put it in perspective, I put 60 hours into Breath of the Wild. I've put almost 100 more.
Yeah, I can't believe you put so little into Breath of the Wild.
I hate that I did.
Yeah.
I just never really... For some reason, I just didn't really get that into it. I think that just other games just appeared and I just wanted to play it. Like Odyssey came up.
The Metacritic score is for Tears of the Kingdom. Is it 100?
I think it's very, very close.
96. Breath of the Wild is higher.
Really?
Breath of the Wild and Odyssey both got 97, remember? Metacritic only gave 96 to Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
But, you know, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, they'll give 10 out of 10s to any...
No, they won't.
No?
No way. There's a song by the Gregory Brothers that was like part of like when JonTron did Being in Love is Like Being on Drugs, and they did a whole heap of songs with the Gregory Brothers. There's a song, it's really short, it's called a perfect 10, and then in brackets, but only on IGN. And like the lyrics are like, I'd say this night was a perfect 10, but only on IGN.
I think I've heard of that before.
It's great fun. But yeah, great. So like honestly, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This game is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you haven't played it, what the fuck are you doing?
I still have so much.
Yeah, and like that's the
do.
thing. I've already put in 80 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to put in like 100 more, at least.
I've still got definitely 100 more.
Easily. But yeah,
I just want to
any final things, that you want to cover?
I got so much more. I just wanted to talk real quick about like how like the shrines in the dungeons compared to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
we talk about that and maybe just a couple of our favorite things from the game.
Yeah, of course.
And then we can wrap it up there.
Yeah, it's nuts. We're just going to go for so long.
Yeah, I'm happy with a longer episode. This game's so big. It's just...
It is true, yeah.
Whatever, man. They're easier in this game.
The shrines are way easier.
And they're way easier to find.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I'm happy about it.
I mean, I'm not mad that they're easier to find because there's
more of them.
There are like 156 of them, I think. 152.
It's 150, isn't it?
It's 152 or 156. It's in that range.
Something silly.
And Breath of the Wild only had 120, so it's not that much more. Because also, I think the majority of them that I think there's probably like 120 on the ground and the rest are in the sky.
Yeah.
So I think it actually works out to be the same on Hyrule ground.
Yeah.
But then also you've got 120 light routes in the depths.
True.
So that means there are 120 on the ground because there are 120 light routes. So there we go. It's the exact same amount. And the additional 30, 32, 36 are up in the sky.
Yeah.
I just made that connection.
You dumbass.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're way easier.
Way easier. And like there aren't, from what I've done, and I've done like 110 shrines. There aren't...
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I've done a good amount.
I've done like 60. Oh my God.
So there aren't many, at least what I found, side quests that you do, like involved side quests to get to a shrine.
Yeah.
So shrine quests, I guess.
Yeah.
Like there were in Breath of the Wild. Which
I felt like there were shitloads in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, this one's just like shrines that you can basically find them all relatively easily.
Most of the shrine quests are up in the sky where you have to find the gem.
But like that's not even, it's just the same sort of shit. You find the gem, you bring it back.
Whereas I really liked, like, there was like one shrine in Breath of the Wild down on the beach down by like Lurien Village where there's like fragments of a stone that glow at night and you have to photograph all of them and show someone and then she can reassemble it and like there's just like interesting stuff. Whereas this game doesn't have that it does sometimes, but not often.
And like Breath of the Wild had the Eventide Island, which there are kind of versions of that in this. Like in Tears of the Kingdom, you have lots of shrines where you're basically stripped to your undies.
The proving ground shrines.
Yeah, and you have to find everything. There's sometimes like good puzzles, like you're in the dark or like they're spinning around in a moat and you have to defeat them all.
That was fun, yeah.
I like that more than the Test of Strength shrines. I think they're more involved.
There are like test of strength shrines, quote unquote, in this game, but they're just like tutorial shrines.
Tutorial based,
where they're like, you hit them and they're like, good job, now kill it, and then you hit it one time and it dies.
Yeah.
I don't miss the major test of strength shrines, like with the Guardians. I don't miss that. The moderate ones, sure, they were always a good actual challenge.
Yeah, but the ones above
the major
that
ones felt mean.
Yeah,
or like,
but it's just like none of the shrines. Like, they're definitely a few shrines in this game that feel more creative because of Ultra Hand.
But yeah, because you have to think, like, there was one I just did where like it's like a chamber and then you have to ascend to go up and then down into another chamber, and you have to angle a light in the second chamber into the first one and then reflect that into, like, that took me a sec to figure out, but when I did I was like, oh, it's so obvious, I'm such a fucking moron. But like there are some creative puzzle solving shrines, but not many. It's definitely a downgrade. My brothers like to say this game is a lot of quantity over quality. Which I would agree with for shrines. Like, I wouldn't say there's too much. Oh, there's a lot though.
There's a lot to do, but I like having a lot of things to do, and like none of it's really that boring. The depths can be, but you find good shit in the depths. I just want to go back
to playing Jedi Survivor. I was like 3/4 through that game when this came out, and I'm just committed to not playing it for the rest of the fucking year. But
there have been other games I want to get to, but like, no, I got to do all this shit in Tears of the Kingdom.
Some of it feels like a chore. Some of it sometimes feels like a chore, but I'm never complaining, like right now I can sit here and be like, it's a bit tedious, but if I had the controller and I was playing right now, I wouldn't feel that way for a second. But like thinking about just the sheer overwhelming number of things to do. Like, I've only found fucking 12 light routes.
Damn.
I haven't been in the depths very much at all.
Cool thing about the depths is that, like, all the light routes and a lot of major like stuff, it matches up to its location on the surface and vice versa. So like that kind of helps with like
how
discovery.
you get into Korok Forest.
Yeah.
And like where like the mines all seem to match up to where like the temples are, and
Yeah,
it's like it's
Or, like the
interest-
major cities. And stuff like that. Yeah.
It's interesting how it all links up, which I
Get it? Because, Link.
cool. And we're gonna wrap things up now, and we're gonna end the podcast there. But no, like genuinely, we probably should. It's been going for a while.
Yeah.
but like there's just so much more to say.
So
Like
there's
I'm sure we're recording a couple episodes today,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it's going to come up again.
it will come up again.
But like any final thing, like what is your favorite thing about this game? If you haven't said it already.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that
depth,
either.
The depths has been the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Yeah,
There are times where it feels tedious to kind of explore because it's always dark and you're just sort of going through. But you find really good shit down there, like stronger items, boss fights. You find the old outfits, which is awesome. So I've almost got all of the full outfits. I think I've got the tunic of the wild, hero's tunic.
Damn, okay.
Almost all of Ocarina of Time. I've got the outfits. Yeah. But you find all the Yiga schematics. You find lots of really cool shit there, and I'm just glad that wasn't spoiled for me at all. That's been really
just
fun.
like it was for me right now.
You knew about it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, like
I didn't know you got outfits from the depths.
really?
No.
Oh, oops.
Is that what the treasure maps are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I found like 8 treasure maps, but I haven't gone to any of them yet. Okay.
But like if you had amiibos, I think you can still get those outfits. But
Fuck
I mean,
amiibos,
being
dude.
able to find it, I hate them. I don't want to spend more money on that shit.
No way.
But yeah, I'm gonna spoil it anyway. Yeah, you find heaps of cool outfits,
I
which
figured,
is
yeah.
It's really cool.
I found a couple of treasure
I
maps
got
like
the-
up in Hyrule too.
Yeah, I've got the full Fierce Deity outfit,
Oh.
which you find on the surface, and
Okay.
it's really
Banging.
good. It's
Okay.
banging. It's a banging outfit to get. Yet I've really been enjoying like going through the surface again and being all the caves.
Yeah.
I just get a kick out of doing all
Again,
the caves.
I've only
Just,
done like 4 caves. Like,
I've done a good amount, and you find like good shit in the caves as well. Obviously, you get all like gems, and you have the bubble
Yeah,
gems,
yeah.
but like sometimes there's secret treasure, which is
yeah,
always
yeah.
nice.
Well, the couple of caves I've done, I've gotten armor from.
Yeah.
Which has been cool. But yeah, I definitely would agree. I think for me, the caves and the depths are the biggest surprises and the things that I'm enjoying the most.
Yeah.
Even though I've done very little of both of those things, I like
Yeah.
that they're there.
Yeah.
It adds so much to the world.
It's just a lot more incentive to explore, and like you have
Yeah.
more incentive to kill enemies because of fuse.
Yeah,
There's more enemies to
absolutely.
take down.
Fuck yeah, there
More
is.
outfits, more outfits to upgrade, more materials to get to upgrade those out.
I like the quests to get the great fairies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
there's just
enjoying that.
So many things, dude.
I hate this game.
But yeah.
One quick thing before we wrap up: dungeons. Do you like them more than Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Or less?
Straight up, I do. I think the
Yeah.
Divine Beasts were a pain in my ass. I liked them.
I think they're a bit more creative.
I like that, like, and you control like the barrels
Yeah.
and like I liked that, but like I just did the while I was homesick last week, I did the Fire Temple and the
That
Water
was cool.
Temple.
I mean-
Fire Temple was sweet.
Yeah.
With like the mine carts up and around,
Yeah.
and like I really appreciated the puzzling of that.
Yeah.
And especially I didn't though when I accidentally fell off a ledge and fell right back
Yeah.
to the start, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
But then
that was a
Ascend.
pain.
We didn't even talk about Ascend.
Ascend, yeah, really cool.
Yeah,
It's
cool
cool.
ability.
Yeah.
It's not that cheesable either.
But no, it's not. I thought it would be more cheesable. But no, like, yeah, the temples are really fun. I think the design's really cool. The boss fights have been easy but satisfying.
So pissies. The Colgera fight is fucking epic.
Which one?
The wind one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's probably
That
the best
one's
fight in the game.
Awesome. The
Also-
marbled Gomer in the Fire Temple was
Yeah.
really easy.
Yeah.
But I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was very satisfying.
I think they're more memorable, and it's cool that they've gone back to like temples.
Yeah, yeah. You haven't done the Water Temple boss, have
No,
you?
no. I know what it is.
Asshole piece of shit boss.
Yeah.
I hate him so much. Absolute prick.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
excited anymore.
No.
But yeah, the dungeons.
Fun though, but-
Yeah, they're a bit more like typical Zelda. I think I'd still like them to be more involved in more typical
Yeah.
Zelda dungeons. But hey, what can you do? And the bosses are more unique and interesting.
Yeah, and I'm glad that like the temple idea is back. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. There's so much more I want to talk about,
Honestly, like,
but hey,
there we go. We really have been going for too long.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so one of the lights just died. So we
that's
just
a good
plugged it
place
back
to-
in. So I think that's a good like point to end it at. Yeah.
Man.
But goddamn, man, so many things.
So many
Play
things.
this game if you haven't. Why
Please do.
haven't you?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It's better than Breath of the Wild. It can be a little overwhelming, I guess. There's so much
very
to do.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like maybe we will do another one later when I've put some more hours in. But yeah, I think for now that sort of summarizes nicely.
Yeah.
But
Go
yeah,
play
well, thank you so much for listening. Our first podcast back in quite a long time. Yeah. Feels good. Feels good.
No better way to start it with Tears of the Kingdom.
A super long Tears of the Kingdom episode. Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it. Play the game, please. I think it's the best game on Switch.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't played it, go play it. Good game.
And on like the production side of things, let us know what you think of our setup. If you like it, if we could do anything to improve it.
Yeah.
If you're watching, of course. If you're listening, it'd be pretty much the same.
Yeah. Be exactly the same if you're listening.
Yeah. I hope you like our new logo for the podcast.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even talk about. God damn. Yeah.
We have new artwork, which we love, done by
Mythical Water, whose links and details are down in the episode notes, in the show notes, or the YouTube description, wherever you are.
Yeah.
We love it. It's so much fun. It's so cool.
It looks awesome.
But yeah, I think that's really it.
I think we can leave it. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in again for the next one.
Yeah, see you next week.
Very excited to do.
Which is a weird thing to say because we'll be back next week.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're back.
Yeah, me too, man.
It feels good.
It's good fun.
Hell yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
No, we're not doing Markiplier.
Bye-bye.
Stop. I'm not actual bye-bye.
Cool.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.